Follow us down the rabbit hole as we delve into the weird and wonderful world of art. Brace yourselves as our gang of intrepid hosts take you around the country to experience an array of magnificent art projects. From theatre and comedy to dance and beyond, they'll be diving headfirst into some hair-raising and heartwarming events. It'll be immersive, innovative and sometimes downright odd, but above all, it'll be wonderful. Welcome to Wonderland. Bob Marley sang, "One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain." This is a sentiment embodied by South London project Raw Sounds. Tonight, Radio 1 Extra DJ Nick Bright is at the Prince of Wales pub in Brixton to check out the Raw Sounds end of term gig and to find out if music really could be the best medicine for people suffering with severe mental health difficulties.
Brixton pal, how you all feeling tonight? Well, I love the soul of reggae and grime. Alright, and I feel iron.
Are we ready to hear some good live music?
How you all feeling?
I am the Don, I am the da.
Come with the Don.
I am the Don, I am the Don.
Come with the Don.
I am the Don, I am the Don.
Come with the Don.
DJ Bilski and Mr Monks have been MCing together for 2 years now. After being hospitalised with mental health issues, they were referred to the Raw Sounds project, and they've been producing music together ever since.
Do you think, right, since you guys linked up, since you started doing the music together, do you think that's helped your mental health issues that you had?
Definitely.
In what way? Tell me about that, man, because I want to know kind of...
For me personally, the way I came into music was through writing in a diary. And like whatever I felt, any anger, anything that I held into, I just put it down on the page and I just started rhyming. So I was, let me venture deep into it. And once I went into hospital afterwards, it kind of was a way to release some of that stress. Yeah, that's how.
And you feel like it does? You feel like it's your main kind of...
Everyone needs a way to vent and let out stress. You know what I'm saying? For me, music is what helps me.
For me, I'm a freestyler, so basically I would go on stage and clash other sound systems, or clash other guys, and that's what helps me a lot. Like a lot of anger comes through my music, through clashing. So that's what really gets my anger out and my energy out and helps my mental health.
I was born in the middle of October, so my heart's cold, slowly getting colder. I've never been noble, ever be cocoa, I never back down. Come on, let me hear you, Bristol. Let me hear you. Yeah, you're my foe's cold. I said this is a I'm Spain. Alright, light, insanity.
Hannah and Indy manage the Raw Sounds programme, and they witness the healing power of music on a daily basis. They make sure the sessions don't focus on mental illness, but are always about making great music.
So tell me a bit about your roles in what's happening tonight.
We both manage Raw Sounds. We're all artists and musicians, we're not clinical professionals, and I think people really respond to that very well. A lot of people kind of have therapy or on a lot of medication and actually want to get away from that and just be amongst peers and kind of make great music, and I think that's the hook that kind of makes it so popular.
Listen, you ready? Huh? War in the city ain't not pretty. You them on the road saying life gets sticky. So we don't want the war and crime. Peace and love it was designed. So let's sing again.
DJ Bilski and Mr Monks have recently signed a record deal. Their blend of reggae and grime offers something completely unique.
I have so much admiration and respect because I could never get up there. Like, it takes so much courage to get up there and express something really deep and personal that's going on in your life to an audience. It's huge, it takes a lot of kind of confidence and self-esteem, and hopefully through the weeks that's something that they kind of gain and then feel able to kind of perform in front of a crowd like tonight and smash it.
Yeah, exactly.
And just do so well. So it's incredible. It's incredible.
Well, listen, shall we get that back downstairs and see what's going on?
Sometimes things go wrong, some things go right. But at the end of the day, we're alive. There's a plan for every one of us. So yeah, as now I've got my new family, because my other family don't have time for me, you see, so I've got my new one over here. So yeah, it's like, it's been 5 o'clock in Brixton for too long. It's been 5 o'clock in Brixton for too long.
Listen, on the block trying to get this dough.
Ao has been visiting Raw Sound sessions for only 5 weeks. He was initially drawn to the project because it offered him the rare chance of some free studio time. Nick caught up with him to find out how he found his first live performance.
Ao, what's going on? What's going on, yeah, man? Good. Yeah, wicked performance earlier, man. Wicked.
I personally think it was not my best, but I'll work with it, you get me?
Nah, the crowd seemed to like it though, come on, man.
Yeah, you know.
How do you think music's helped you though, Ao, with your situation, your circumstance?
When I need something to write down, or I need something to get out, like something out of my mind, I go straight to music. Like, for example, I'll be on my phone, and I got an application called Notes, so I'll be like, you know what, let me play instrumental. I'm like, I'm not feeling this one. I'm feeling this one, let me spit some bars to this. So I'll be typing. Once it's done, I'll be like, alright, cool. Let me play the instrumental, let me see how it like flows and corresponds with each other. So we would just like, for like little minutes, hours, 30 minutes, months, weeks, just spit, practice, then perfect it. Then I'll just be normal. Simple.
Yeah, you just stand here and enjoy it. And bathe in the applause. Because they what? That's better.
Feel the rules, the gaddy daddy do. I saw my sister in the suicide dress. I saw my tiger dozing blue. A DS in the path with no clue.
For Vibro, writing music and performing is a way for him to talk about the toughest issues that he otherwise wouldn't know how to express. This song is about his sister and his best friend, who both committed suicide.
Crowd seemed to really get involved with your performance, man. They liked it. I think they could see the passion on your face when you were performing, because that song, the lyrics in it actually mean a lot to you personally, right?
Yeah, it is. They died really young. My sister was 20 years old, and my best friend committed suicide when he was 15.
So would you say music is the best remedy, the best escape for life for you?
Yeah, it's the best medicine that kind of like feel that you have something to share with others. Even though you don't know them in person, it can be strangers, but they are ready to share like what you feel.
Music and the gym, that is, for you anyway. All right, well listen, Vibro, thank you very much, man. Great performance, and keep doing the music, man. Really, really good.
Keep it light, it's filled up, and stay sparking till the day's done. Sometimes I blow smoke.
Andrew's mental health coordinator referred him to Raw Sounds after he told them about his passion for music. This is his 3rd live performance.
It seemed like when you was on stage, like, and I've noticed this a lot tonight, people have grown with every second they're on stage in kind of confidence and stature. Because by the end of the performance, it seemed like you were hungry to stay on.
Yes, you're right. I think you noticed that. I don't know if that was obvious, but it's my 3rd performance here now, and from the first one, I look back and I can think to myself, you know what, I've grown actually. I noticed that I've grown. Whereas the first one, I might have been a bit eager to get off the stage. Now, like, I want to stay on and do more.
I blow smoke.
Do you think that, like, the music is helping you?
Definitely. I feel like I was interested in music before, but now it's like you're definitely directing your energy towards it. Like, you take time out each week, and once you see what you can achieve, it makes you want to do more and more each time. So there's almost no time to be stressed, and the things that were bothering you before, they become like minimum. You have to move on.
By the time you do your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th performance, you're going to have a sleeping bag on the stage, man. Staying overnight. Well, listen, thanks very much, man.
No problems, Nick.
The night ended with legendary reggae DJ General Echo performing a dancehall freestyle.
Some of the raps, some of the tracks, and it's amazing. All this stuff being produced by just people from the local area is just phenomenal.
Where's Spanish owner, where me gone? Nobody gone, see where.
A nice vibe, knowing that everyone has gone through their own illness and stuff, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
people not forgetting about the mental health. Like my mother suffers from mental health, my brother suffers from mental health, and I think it's an absolute fantastic opportunity for people to actually focus and help themselves with that illness, you know. And this is sort of a medicine. I think it's great.
And it's a good to see the journey of people with mental health issues to come into raw materials and improve themselves from that and build up their confidence. Raw material is a good project that people can come and build their confidence, and it makes my heart filled with glee and joy.
People, are you ready? Right! Oh Lord, you go to the general rock steady. Right!
That's the end of part 1 of Wonderland. In part 2, Nick meets a homeless man who has helped to turn his life around by taking up photography. Welcome back to Wonderland. Our intrepid presenter Nick is heading underground at Charing Cross in central London to meet some photographers who've been affected by homelessness. His destination is an exhibition at the Magic Gallery, organised by social enterprise Cafe Art, and he's also going to brush up on his own photography skills.
Paul. Hey, Nick. This is our exhibition. This is the calendar for this year. Every year what we do is we hand out 100 cameras to people who've been affected by homelessness. They've got 3 days to take photos of London, and we produce a calendar which is sold in Spitalfields Market and online.
What about Cafe Art? Well, tell me about the organisation.
During the year what we do is we hang artwork in cafes around London. So we go to the art groups run by homeless organisations, talk to the artists and ask them if they want their art framed. We'll go to cafes that have no art and ask them if they'll hang it. It's a way of connecting communities, connecting people who've been affected by homelessness with the wider public, in the same way that the calendar does.
And there's been some real success stories that have come through the doors as well for you.
Every picture has a story, and it tells their story about how they were homeless or they're in threat of being homeless. Amateur Photographer magazine chose this photo as one of the photos of 2015. This was taken by a 17-year-old girl. Her father sells the Big Issue. Mother works in a supermarket. They're in temporary housing and they could lose it at any time. You never know what's going to turn out.
In the first week of July, the competition is being run again with 100 instant cameras being handed out to London's homeless.
You dream of me too.
Then, in the first week of August, the public will be able to choose their favourites.
Well, thank you for explaining some of these photos to me. I would love to get, anything close to as good as that dog shot there. Yeah. But
well, David will be able to give you some hints.
Let's hope so.
Before Nick goes out to test his own photographic skills, he takes part in a workshop run by professional photographer Neil Cordell, who regularly works with homeless photographers through Cafe Art.
This picture was shot by David and won last year's People's Choice. The gentleman he talked to and he approached, David spent an hour or so talking to him, photography and having a camera gives you an excuse to approach people and talk to people.
Well, yeah, it's a mask, isn't it?
It's a mask, or
it's like an actor wearing makeup, where a photographer has a camera in front of him. It's like to break down barriers. You can do it with a camera. It's quite easy.
It tells the story of homelessness, but he's
happy.
And he's happy.
Yeah, exactly. He was actually chuffed. But my favourite picture is the umbrellas. Sorry.
One of your own?
Yeah. It is. It's because it's colourful.
I quite like the picture next to it, which was the cover the year before. It shows some ingenuity. There are these big silver balls outside St Paul's, and he's got the reflection, he's got the red buses in there, and David's got himself in the corner. Yeah. It all works together, and it's a nice picture. Yeah. And
also attending the workshop was young homeless man Liam, and at the break, Nick got chatting to him.
When I was younger, I was living with my parents, and my parents basically said to me, you're coming of age now, so you have to do things by yourself. So from the ages of 16, I've been supporting myself and I've been living by myself. I was rough sleeping for about 2.5 years, and at the moment I'm staying in the squat.
So you were sleeping on the streets before the age of 20?
Yeah, when I was 17 and a half.
So what was that like, man? Because that's not like a life that a normal 17-year-old lives.
Well, in the beginning it was extremely difficult for me to find things like food, places I could clean myself, places I could have basic needs. But as time went on, I started to find services, I started to find centres that would support my needs and help me with accommodation.
What are you doing here today? Tell me how you've ended up in here today.
I seen a poster for a little bit about what it was about, cafe art, and basically it touched a piece of my heart because I'm determined to, in the future, help people who have been through the same situation as me. So I thought this is something that I would definitely like to get involved in.
This time next year you could be the winner.
I hope so. Thank you, man.
What do you think this means for the people that get involved with it, the homeless people?
I think it's an excellent opportunity for them to help build their self-confidence.
Great. Well, listen, I am going to head out in a few moments' time with David. Any last small nuggets of advice that I need to know?
Always look behind you, because the picture, you walk down the road, if you don't look behind you, above you, below you, you'll miss loads of pictures.
Right. Neil, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Armed with tips and a head full of ideas from the exhibition, Nick headed out onto the streets with last year's People's Choice winner, David Tovey.
Well, I never had a dog when I was on the streets, but just seeing homeless people just sort of like, I don't know, just bring back memories from bad times. And I know that guy could turn his life around if he was given a chance. That's all it takes. So as you can see straight away, you've got a picture in a picture. So you've got your frame, followed by a frame, and then you've got your parking sign.
And then you kind of got those windows in the background as well that are kind of like in the middle.
You've got loads of different elements, like architectural elements. So if you get your camera up.
All right, let me see if I can get this.
Yeah. So sort of bring it central.
Did I get in? I'm trying to get that man right in the middle.
Oh. See, that's cool. You got motion straight away. So then obviously you can look. Great. The whole point of photography, right, is to capture a moment in time. That's it. Capture a moment of time. It doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be great.
Well, that's the perfect metaphor because the moment is now gone because there's a van that's just parked there, so...
There you go. Yeah, literally just go, is it all right, can I take a photo?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of having a camera.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right there, guys. Is it all right if I just take a photo of you?
Yeah.
But you don't need to look at the camera, just act natural.
So literally, you want to go right the way down, down lower, down lower, down lower. Yeah, hold it slightly up. Look, that's great. You've even got the rubbish there. Now click the photo. Perfect. You even got shadow.
What do you think?
Well, not bad, no?
Not bad?
And that's the whole point of having a camera. You walk up, you get talking to people, you meet people you've never even met before, and you got a good shot out of it.
And the subjects of the photo, they even said it's not bad. Not great, not great, but not bad.
For a beginner, not bad. Do you know what I mean? That's what photography's about. It's enjoyable, you interact. That's what this is.
I am enjoying it, I must say, actually.
There you go. Learning something new, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a new skill.
Never stop learning.
Exactly. And then, like, you know, you've got stuff like this. So reflections are always a really good picture. The stainless steel there, so you're going to get a reflection. So if you come down, you can actually get a photo of yourself in the reflection of that. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, of you taking the photo. There you go. And you've even got me in the back of it. And the cameraman. Perfect.
That's a great photo.
It's unusual, isn't it?
It's hard to work out kind of
what you're looking at.
Yeah,
stuff
because
like
it's like it's two. It looks like almost like two different photos put right through.
Yeah. There you go. Because it's just starting to get a bit darker, you then get the lights pick up a bit more. That's probably the better one.
So this one.
Yeah, because it's a little bit darker to view. No, you want to get a photo of you in it.
Yeah.
What you should do, right? So I'll teach you one thing. Don't take the whole thing. Take a picture of the wheel.
The wheels are moving too
Yeah. But you have to be quick. This is photography. Go on, go on.
Paparazzi. I think I got something. Yeah. It's all right. Tried to get the wheel.
I like it.
He was moving too
No,
fast.
but that's the whole point, right? Because Ferrari drives fast.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, you know, you got to have fun elements to pictures. Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Back at the Magic Gallery, an opening night is in full swing. It's a chance for people to appreciate the pictures and a chance for Nick to practice his newfound skills.
Paparazzi.
With everyone enjoying themselves, Nick was determined to seek out the man behind this year's winning photo.
You are the man behind the dog. Or in front of the dog, should I say. You took this photo thinking, well, it's a good shot, I'll send it in, maybe it'll get on the calendar. Next thing you know, you've got NBC and just people all around the world reaching out to you.
Actually, this shot wasn't accidental. It came from this shot, actually. Because a couple from the 2015 calendar, they bought this calendar from me and they got to know me and they invited me for Christmas.
Okay.
Or 2015, and that's where I met him. And when I got the camera for 2016 competition, I called them up and they said, all right, where shall we go? And I said, Cutty Sock. And finally, he just stood there and I thought that was the moment. I haven't done photography before professionally, so this project actually gave me an opportunity to actually compose and, you know, learn a little bit of technical stuff, and I'm still learning.
So it's coming to the end of the day here and the gallery's packed, and even outside the gallery is as well with the breakdancers. I've met some really, really great people today, and I've been truly moved actually by some of the stories that I've been told. And it's really interesting that this little thing here can really affect and change somebody's life for the better. And don't forget, most important of all, always take off the lens cap.
Join us next week when we send Rani Price to an event celebrating the new colour block cranes in the Greenwich Peninsula. And we also sent her off to the Chicken Shed Theatre to experience an interactive theatre show where performance and audience stand side by side.